Yeah, I know, but she said it'd be okay because this is for her mother.
And that guy.
Yeah, same thing.
Hello. So, we will begin with a short reading. No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. In forming a marital union, two people become something greater than they once were. So, the first person I met was Daniel. And interestingly, I met him in 2005, and he was walking with a nun and two monks and carrying a typewriter. This was a guy I needed to know. I was like, who is he? We were walking for a while, so I kind of got to talk to him for a while. And he was a fabulous human being. It was so wonderful to meet him, to see his humor, and just the way he looked at life. One of the interesting things I found about this walk is that we were also chanting as we walked. And our chant was Namamyoho Renge Kyo. When I asked the nun what this meant, she pretty much responded with, you walk, you pray, you learn. And I was like, what's that mean? I don't understand koans. I need more explanation. But the interesting thing is, over time I did walk, and I did pray, and I did learn. And somebody was also kind enough to explain to me that it meant peace and justice. And I started to realize that we're all on our own individual walks. And sometimes we're lucky enough, like Daniel and Molly, to find somebody else to walk with us. And to stand there together and find justice with one another. To stand in those moments and say, even when it's hard, I want to be with you. Because that's a choice. And to come together and say, I want to find peace with you. And in finding peace, find love with you. And so I'm excited to be here and to know that they're beginning this beautiful journey to a walk towards their future. And to know that they're surrounded by this beautiful community who also supports them in their walk towards this beautiful future. Thank you so much. Now, we will have a reading by Annie Roper, which is Molly's aunt, and she will be reading Union. Yes.
You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance.
Annie, can't hear you.
Everybody's a critic.
Everyone. You have known each other. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car, or bicycle, or over a meal, or during long walks, all of those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. All those late night talks that included someday, and somehow, and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher, for you have learned much from one another on these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same. For after today, you shall say to this world, "This is my husband, this is my wife." Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. And also, we should send her a happy congratulations because this is her first year wedding anniversary. So, glorious. Love. Next up, we will have Doug Norby, Daniel's dad, speaking with "Falling in love is like owning a dog."
Say what?
Yes, I thought that was kind of appropriate for Dan and Molly. Falling in love is like owning a dog. First of all, it's a big responsibility. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security. When you're walking down the street at night and you have a leash on love, ain't no one gonna mess with you. Because everyone knows that love is unpredictable. Who knows what love could do in its own defense? On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you, and it lives and breathes and makes funny noises. Love wakes you up all hours of the night with its needs. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like being left for long, but come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. Love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love leads a lot of cleaning up after. Sometimes you just want to get love fixed. Sometimes you want to roll up a piece of newspaper and swat love on the nose. Not to cause pain, just to let love know. Don't do that again. Sometimes love just wants to go out for a nice long walk. Because love loves exercise. It will run you around the block and leave you panting, breathless. It will pull you in different directions at once. It'll wind itself around and around until you're all wound up and you cannot move. But love makes you meet people wherever you go. People who have nothing in common but love stop and talk to each other on the street. Throw things away and love will bring them back again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it. And in return, love loves you and never stops.
So, this is the very official and legal part of the wedding that is actually very much required, so I learned. And this is our expression of intent. Molly, Daniel, stand closer, please. Now, yeah, please hold hands. That would be delightful. I think you guys like each other, so it might be nice. So, Molly, do you take Daniel to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Yay. Daniel, do you take Molly to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Glorious. Now let's move on to some beautiful vows. Okay, you may repeat after me. I choose you to stand by your side and sleep in your arms.
I choose you to stand by my side and sleep in my arms.
Yeah, you can go too.
Daniel, I choose you to stand by your side and sleep in your arms.
To be joy to your heart and food for your soul.
Be a joy to your heart and food to your soul.
Be joy to your heart and food for your soul.
To learn with you and grow with you. even as time and life changes both. You're welcome to look.
So learn with you and grow with you, even as time and life changes both.
To learn with you and grow with you, even as time and life changes both.
I promise to laugh with you in good times and struggle alongside with you in bad times.
I promise to laugh with you in good times and to struggle alongside you in bad times.
I promise to laugh with you in good times and struggle alongside you in bad times.
It's good we have, our papers. It's nice. I promise to respect you and cherish you as an individual, a partner, and an equal, knowing that we do not complete but complement each other.
I promise to respect you and cherish you as an individual, as a partner, and as an equal, knowing that we do not compete, but we complete one another.
I promise to respect you and cherish you as an individual, a partner, and an equal, knowing that we do not complete but complement each other.
And of course, last but not least, may we have many adventures and grow old together.
May we have many adventures and grow old together.
May we have many adventures and grow old together.
Glorious. Okay, so now... now we have a beautiful part where you get to be part. Lovers must not live for themselves alone. They must finally turn from their gaze at one another back toward the community or rue. If they had only themselves to consider, lovers would not need to marry. But they must think of others and of other things. They say their vows to the community as much to one another, and the community gathers around them to hear and to wish them well on their behalf and its own. Now, I ask you to stand, all of you, as you're able, correct, and that you turn to face Daniel and Molly as they stand before you. As family and friends, you form a community of support and love that surrounds Molly and Daniel, that will continue to grow and sustain them as they move forward in marriage. Each of you, by your presence here today, is being called upon to uphold them in loving each other and to fulfill their responsibility to love their community. Will you surround this couple in love, offering them the joys of your friendship? Will you support them in their relationship? At times of conflict, will you offer them the strength of your wisest counsel and the comfort of your thoughtful concern? At times of joy, will you celebrate with them, nourishing their love for one another?